Alright, so, I know this is a Let's Play Battle Network 6 Gregar, but let's humor the Falzar side and let's actually see these, Navis, because I did play through the game on its side. I'm more unfamiliar with these guys, but they do a good job of, like, I try to do a good job of showing off what they can do. There will be some points where I have to say, like, yeah, they have this attack and I missed it here, I'm sorry, but we'll just kind of go with it. Spoutman's kind of interesting because once he starts to break the panels with his own attack, he can't necessarily reach you, so you're sort of incentivized to, like, hunker down and stop moving. But if you do that, he's going to take away your entire area to dodge once he starts to get his bigger attacks that do a little bit more. He's got his little bubbler, that is your charge shot here. He can jump into your area and do a fun little spin, and he can also pull out a big hose, just like here, that I refuse to let him do because I'm showing off the charge shot for Spout Cross.
That is also the Navi chip, if I remember right.
He can do either the big hose or the jump and spin, depending upon where you're standing when you use it. So, yeah, I like how they worked in his two big moves into his gimmick there. I also like how fast the charge shot for for Aqua Beast charges, and it hits 5 times too. So, like, if I had some power in my Buster, I could do a lot of damage there. But I chose not to do that. Oops.
Yeah, Aqua Beast is alright, but I don't like Aquaman or Spoutman very much, just because his scenario annoyed me.
Yeah, especially in Battle Network 4. We're like, hey, you gotta swim around, you can't breathe, it's not so great. Tengu Man is kind of interesting, though. He's weak to swords because he's a wind guy, and also he will move around a lot within his own area. And I can't remember if, like, the attack you get from Tengu Beast is an attack he can use, or if he just never used it on me and I saw other stuff instead. And there was the nose going right through me because he was invisible again. We're actually going to see all his stuff here, but it's interesting how, like, his charge-up attack here that I'm going to show off is the breath weapon for Falzar. Like, it kind of made sense for Heat Beast because, like, Heatman's Navi chip used to sort of do that spread, but for, like, Tengu Man here, they just kind of had to make something up. Also, the weird thing about his breath, it hits once if you're 1 square away from him, twice if you're 2 squares away from him, and 3 times if you're hanging out in the back there. I've already tagged him a couple times with that throughout the fight here, but it's a weird thing that Falzar doesn't get as well. So, yeah. Also, we get to see a little bit of the Giga Chips from the Falzar side there. That was base Anley? I don't know. Is that supposed to be base Anomaly?
That's my best guess as well.
Alright, well, it's the Hell's Rolling attack instead of the Shooting Buster. And, like, it's alright. It's fine. I wish it were better. Tomahawk Man is kind of a pain to fight in this game because he doesn't get affected with any status conditions. So you can't blind him, you can't stun him, most importantly. So he'll just keep doing whatever it is he's doing regardless of what you do. And I kind of struggle with that, especially with how fast he's willing to move around here. It also feels like he gets more aggressive the lower on HP he is. The bird will also fuck with me as well during this fight. Like, you're not incentivized to stand in the center of the arena, but aside from that, what does he do otherwise? He can hit the column you're on by spinning his tomahawk and throwing it, or he has the big chop there, where it just hits like a 2x3 range. So you're just sort of incentivized to, like, move in or move back, and he doesn't even, like, target it at you. I just don't know how I'm supposed to fight this guy. He's weird. The Tomahawk Beast, like, double wing flap here is kind of fun, but it really doesn't do much for me because he doesn't hang out that often. And there's his super attack. It cracks your panels, but the other problem is, like, you have Falzar Beast out at this point. Like, cracked panels are not a problem from you. But it is, like, base Anomaly should have been in Gregar as opposed to regular base, because all of these bosses here will break panels and mess with you, and having your wheels just kind of disappear because you use the Giga Chip, like, it's just kind of frustrating, you know? But hey, you know, at least the broken panels went away right in time for me to just press the combo button and finish the fight. So, yeah. I'm playing the Gregar style, where I have the double point the attack plus 30, but it's only plus 90 damage for 360 total, which, like, any regular battle chip can be expected to do about 200 if it's an attacking chip. So, like, it isn't necessarily worth it for me to dump 2 battle chips on base Anomaly to only do that, but, like, it's much more worthwhile in the Gregar version, where, like, you basically double the power of the base Giga Chip by slapping on a double point. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Dustman. He's weak to Cursor, I think? The elemental quadrilateral in this game doesn't quite make sense for some of these secondary guys. He's got super armor, he breaks your panels, so it can be a little tough to deal with him because, like, he won't stop if you're standing in front of him. Oh yeah, here's the other weird thing about Dustcross. Like, you can just toss chips into the bin to get rid of them because you don't need them anymore. And, like, it can speed you through your folder, but you gotta be careful with it. I also like the charge attack here, where you just sort of destroy the entire area. It's very good for area denial, as you can see, because now he's just stuck. But my folder doesn't really let me do much with this, and my other problem is I can't press the shuffle button anymore to be able to, like, find what I'm looking for. Like, Charge Cross and Dust Cross both kind of do that, where they help you work through your folder, and I guess that sort of makes sense since they're, like, doubling up. But the, in Charge Cross's case, what it does is it gives you an extra chip on the custom screen every turn. So you'll start with 5, and then you'll get 6, and then you'll get 7, and then you'll get 8. And if you ever change out of the cross, it goes back down to 5. So, like, Charge Cross builds up over time, but then the other thing is it sort of incentivizes you to not get out of Charge Cross or, like, abandon it, because when you do that, you just kind of lose all your momentum. So it's a really weird thing in a game that sort of incentivizes you to sort of swap, especially because, like, it takes time to build up to that. What if I just had custom plus 3 from the beginning, man? But the Dust Shoot thing just sort of removes my ability to shuffle, and I'm not happy about that. Oh well. So yeah, here's Ground Man. We're burning through these a little bit quicker because I didn't, like, bother showing refights. It's like, yeah, show these guys doing their best kind of thing, and just kind of keep going. I miss Dustman, like, sucking you in and then trying to put the big press on you, but yeah, it's fine. Ground Man will always move twice, and then he'll try to pop up underneath you, and if you've sort of area locked him, he'll change that pattern. But he always shows back up where he dipped underneath to get to you from, so he can be really predictable, and that helps a lot, because when I was just sort of learning the fight, I just missed him all the time. It was really rough. The charge here with the drill, at least it gives you invulnerability, but I don't think it's terribly great. It doesn't do anything when you whiff, so I'm not a big fan. That's that's Ground Beast.
If it did the same thing that he can do, where if he reaches your back line it causes rocks to fall, then I'd give it some love. Yeah,
that'd get a little bit more love. When you charge breaking chips with him, he will also, like, cause rocks to fall when you fire those chips off. Also, hey, look at that counterattack. I sort of futz around for a bit because I'm like, come on, you've got your big attack. Come on, show it to me. Show it to me. Show it to me. And this is why I sort of decided against sort of showing off those attacks, because he just refuses sometimes. There he goes. Finally.
There you go.
I was wondering if the holes would stop him, but no, he just goes right through. So yeah, those are the Falzar Navies. They're an interesting collection, and I like that you get super armor from one of them. It makes it really easy to press ground cross and just sort of go with it. Anyway, I've been Nelsonator.
I've been Parastorage.
And this is Let's Play Mega Man Battle Network 6, Cybeast Gregar.